Let's go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. And I'm gonna pretend that I'm just gonna continue talking about charts, and I don't know anything. What about you, Jonathan?
Well, I clearly don't know anything anyway, so
Yes, I'm gonna join you. Yeah, then good.
yeah. So I am fine with everything.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. Like I said just before we joined the stream, trades actually worked out for me in the end, so I was happy with that. Bit of a weird price action day, and then overnight the market's just kind of like kicked on, ran like, you know. So yeah, we had some interesting data that's come out as well, and also we've had a lot of tariff talks and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, lots of fun stuff. FOMC meeting minutes tonight, so looking forward to that one. I'll be probably be watching anything that comes out about that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it's another good day or not. We'll figure it out as we go. But how are you, mate?
Doing good. Thank you so much. I mean, not doing good after gold stopped me out before we ended the stream and went straight to take profit.
That was very unfortunate.
I mean, that's gold. That's gold. That's very normal.
Yeah. That was very, very unfortunate. Because it literally stopped you out by what, like?
I mean, I should say that the stop loss placement was not good. I should have kept above the swing high, like proper above the wick high. And right now, I'm in a mess. I opened a tool on this platform, a pass tool, and I'm not able to delete it. So don't share my screen. We can continue with Jonathan.
That's absolutely fine. Let me know if you can hear noise in the background.
No.
Okay, that's cool, because there's more stuff going on outside. But yeah, looking at gold prices today, quite interestingly, obviously this was where Ayush got kind of chopped up yesterday, and Roman, I guess, in this little bit of movement here. But we had a really strong breakout. I was considering selling the breakout, but I didn't really know where I was going. When stop loss placements and things like that on a breakout candle can be a bit tricky, so I'll just let it drift. We look like we're coming into an area of resistance now. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Down here,
he's not wrong, yeah.
Like an inverse head and shoulders. Yeah, absolutely. But coming into this kind of resistance level here now, I like the idea of price potentially kind of breaking lower again. Obviously,
I'm selling it. Jonathan.
Are you in it right now from this resistance?
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay, so he said makes sense. If I get stopped out, it's his fault.
No. You can't keep doing this to me. You can't keep doing this to me. You... To be fair, that range there. Where was your stop loss on this? Is it here?
So I'm being really careful today about swing high. So if I mean just about the EMA you have.
Yeah.
The one with tapping the white candle. I think okay. It's my chart. So yeah, above here. Yeah.
Okay.
And
I like this. I mean, if we look at the kind of current day's price action as well, and this kind of move up, you know, we're kind of testing this area in here. So let's see if we get accepted into the value of that. If we get in this kind of zone and retest it on the other side, or potentially drop to the other side of value there. If we look at the current day as well, let's have a little look at
and also we have FOMC, so
yeah, FOMC as well later this evening, which again it's either going to be a very like market moving event, or it's going to be a dud. I'm on the side of it's going to be a bit of a dud. I think the market's going to be focusing on Trump and all that situation first, over than the FOMC meeting minutes. Obviously, if we see any kind of dissenters saying that they were looking to hold interest rates, or if we see any of the kind of other members really leaning a bit more hawkish, then that obviously tells a little bit of a different story. But for me right now, dollar weakness still the play. Like, I look back at yesterday and I was saying, I don't know why I was fighting the tape yesterday. I could have easily gone long after the breakouts of the initial balance zones in particular. But if we look at kind of what happened in the yields situation in the end, we did see it kind of drop away. That was a big clue as well to see that US dollar weakness. The 10-year started to run off from this 4.75% highs as well. They're continuing to fall. My dollar yen trade, I actually cut that early because it wasn't doing what I'm doing. I'd now be in profit now, which is just typical, right? So
yeah.
I got short like 3 times on this move. Like the breakout here, granted, wasn't the best, but it was the break at the end of day, candle low. I also got in again on a pullback, and then I also got in again at the highs here. So I had 3 trades running, and then it broke higher, and I was like, maybe this isn't going to do what I'm expecting it to do. Maybe it's going to go up to the 160 spot 50 handle where I've got another resistance zone. So I just thought, you know what, I'll cut it. If it comes back, I'll get back in. Have I got back in? No. But I was trading pounds and euro US dollar for a little bit. So obviously didn't want to put any kind of like spare risk on there. But this is now starting to kind of make a little bit more sense to me. Would I like to see a bit more aggression from yen? Absolutely. I think at the moment, other markets are performing better than the Japanese yen when it comes to strength. Maybe not today, but just in general. Like if we look at cable, for instance, that market's moving higher. And I took a position on that yesterday against the trend, right? So yesterday we looked at the fact that price had broken out of the initial balance area. I thought that the war headlines and everything like that would be a bit more dollar positive than it was negative. Obviously, I was on the wrong side of that kind of narrative, but at the same time, I was on the right side of the trade. And one of the trades that I do like to do is look at the initial balance ATR, and if it goes above that standard deviation, I like to fade it back to the initial balance. So that's the kind of trade that I took in here. Market rallied out of here into value area high of the day, low volume area as well. You look at the previous day, it was the value area low as well. So there was a lot of confluences around this zone to see potential downside. So I ended up taking 2 positions there. Again, come out of those a little bit early. I didn't want to hold these through the end of the US session overnight. So ended up just taking it at these highs. Full target was down at 135.28. But I just didn't want to hold it overnight. Would have hit target anyway. But, market then obviously came back down into this value area low of the previous day, rejected, and ever since we've just started to rally higher. This aggressive candle here that you can see was after the UK inflation data print. So inflation in the UK a little bit higher than expected, or sticky at least, kind of stayed the same. And we saw pound US dollar fly higher off the back of that, because inflation being sticky means that the central bank may not be able to cut interest rates or leave rates on hold. They might have to even consider hiking interest rates. So pound is still strong. I've been liking the pound narrative for a while now. And this is playing out really nice. This is a nice little low volume pocket here that Ayush would like to look at as well. And that you can see that's rejected a couple of times too. Still kind of trading in the initial balance zone of that London session. So we've not really had, we've had kind of like one breakout, but not really anything kind of cleanly set up here at the moment. And I think that's just because we're trading towards previous 4-hour highs. So market's just trying to test those highs at the minute. So yeah, although good trade on pounds, same thing on euro really. Ended up taking the trade short from the one standard deviation of the initial balance. Stop loss above the highs, that one came in, and all the targeted was the point of control. So a very short trade on this one. This one did the exact same thing, came back to the initial balance area before taking off and moving to the upside. Euro dollar a little bit cleaner than cable, to be honest, in terms of its breakout of that structure, continuation move at the moment. Very trendy at the moment, euro dollar. But yeah, sorry, I've just kind of took over for 10 minutes there, just absolutely ranting about forex markets. So apologies for that.
Whenever I hear something about forex, I love to take notes, because I think it's the best market for beginners to trade in. As I always say, I got my first payout from forex market, and commodities took away everything.
That's interesting, because I would actually say this is the hardest market. I tried to say the opposite of Ayush. No, I'm joking. I'd say forex is the easiest to get into, hardest to master, because you're always fighting two sides of an economy, really. But if you understand that one economy can perform bad, one can perform well, and trade that narrative, it's pretty easy. Well, say easy. You've still got to do the whole thing of risk management and all that kind of stuff. You can't just saying it's easy in my position now, but when I started, it was not easy. But I think actually probably futures is a little bit easier.
If you talk about the low time frame, yes, it is.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
And we have Anastasia with us.
Yes.
Hello.
Here I am.
I can hear her.
You cannot hear me?
No, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. So that's not my mic.
It's just an Ayush thing again.
No, I can hear her properly.
Oh, you can hear? Okay.
You can? Okay. Perfect. Heard you guys are talking about the forex pairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, had some decent trades yesterday.
Pound
and euro. Both. I kind of went against the trend, which is very unusual for me. I kind of did a bit of a mean reversion setup. So I went for a little bit of a reversal thing, which in hindsight was very risky, considering the market was in this really strong trending environment. So see if I do that again today. Probably not. I'll probably go with the trend today.
Oh, well, the question is, what is actually the trend, currently? Because I was looking for some shorts on euro and pound in the beginning of the week. And now I'm just staying kind of away from it, because if you look at the bigger picture, for me, pound is in the range. I know we had some data being released in the earlier today for the employment for the pound, so we did get some reactions and weeks, but rather than that, it's just been ranging. I was expecting it to go further down, to be fair, towards this area that of the previous volume, which we never end up reaching. So I was estimating that from here we're gonna actually see some further move down. And right now, I'm just gonna wait for what's coming with the tariffs and what's coming with, FOMC meeting minutes tonight. I don't think we're gonna have such a big impact from that. I think everyone is waiting for the tariffs more than anything else at the moment. And for euro, it's in right at my volume zone as well. So I had expectations that we're gonna reject from it. I didn't really take a trade from here. I could have kind of missed that one because it was quite late. It's not, it's like Asian session. It's not really my trading time neither. Now we are back here. So, and right below there is volume, right above it there is volume. So I'm trying to trade gold. Which yesterday was finally quite a good run. Unfortunately, I was able to catch it not on all my accounts as I wanted to. But I did take some good short on gold on some of the accounts, and now I'm long. So let's see what's coming with that. We have a deadline today, right? With a delay of the tariffs, 50% delay of the tariffs for Canada. I don't think were there any updates so far? I don't think so, no?
Apparently they're close to a deal, so market's
That's
kind of
what
calm.
Trump is saying. No, there was no
Yeah.
any confirmation from Canadian side or the terms of the deal.
Well, not necessarily on the terms, but the Prime Minister, Mark Carney, did come out and say that they have a deadline until the 21st of August, isn't it?
Until
So
the 21st of August.
Yeah,
So I was thinking,
21st.
until the 19th of August, which would be today
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, so they've had an extension, 3-day extension. So
Okay.
whether that has much of an impact, I was looking at dollar CAD earlier because I was still trying to get on that short, but he came up to a really lovely area, and it was just the fact that it was 2 a.m. when it was in that area, so I wasn't there. I was very much asleep at 2 a.m. last night, so yeah, unfortunately I didn't get the opportunity to take a move here, and now it's kind of at support 138.50, so I need to wait for some kind of pullback on this market in particular. But I do like it. Canada's inflation rate's gone up, so there could be a good chance that market traders start to price in a little bit of a closer differential between the US yields and Canada's yields. So, there could be a good potential for that. Let's see if I can add. So this is the US yields versus the CAD yields. As you can see, like since the start of July, really, since the start of July, we've started to have US yields coming down, CAD yields going up. So that differential between the two starting to close in a little bit as well. Usually the US yields are the most dominant, right? And sometimes what you can do is if you go USO2 yields minus the CAO2 yield, you can get like the sort of overview then of what dollar CAD could do. Let me just grab dollar CAD.
What happens if you put plus?
Actually, I don't know. I just always put minus. actually don't have a clue. Shall we try it? US O2Y. I think it adds it to it now. Whereas I think minus does something different.
Does it even work?
It does work.
It just flips it. It's inverted basically now.
But I always use the US O2Y minus the CAO2Y, and this shows you the differential. Oh my god, I've ruined it now because I put an S, right? That's probably why. So you can see how that moves lower as well, and you get the US CAD price kind of following this pretty closely. So that's just looking at the spreads between the yields, differentials, and it can often give you some trades to look at in the FX space. So this is why we're starting to see like US dollar weaken against most things, because if you had like, for instance, US O2, no, you want to do GB O2Y minus US O2Y, and then you can see that pound is starting to get a little bit more traction against the US dollar here. And again, like if you go grab your pound chart, add it to compare, pin it to a new scale, you can see how, again, like you can see yields start to bottom out here. We start to see a rise. Pound US dollar prices are rising, right? So that's a way that how you can use kind of yields compared to each other to find sort of FX trades and opportunities as well. Something I always look at is as well the spread between the 2-year yields and current interest rates. If they're getting closer together, it's usually negative. If they're getting wider, it's usually positive for that currency. So that's also something to take into consideration there as well. So that's why I quite like this cable thing, as well as the fact that we had an extreme short positioning from hedge funds at this level down through here, which was the 130, 150s. that was a strong element for me to be a buyer of this market as well. And I think we'll just probably stay in the range. We've got this large weekly range, to be honest. So I'm just looking to play that range. So 136, 136.50s look likely. If we break above that, you've got the 137.50 highs. But that depends how aggressive the dollar, falls through here. If we're seeing a dollar that comes down to sort of the lows at the 96.80s, then that weekly high looks quite likely on cable. If that all makes sense, guys, let me know. I've not got the chat open, so there might be slight.
It does, but they're basically talking that one more Trump tweet and they are feeling bankruptcy. No, I was looking at Canadian dollar earlier as well today, but I didn't really, I was thinking that deadline is today, so I didn't want to trade those. Do you think gold is going to get affected by the decision? Oops, sorry. What's happening with my screen? Do you think gold is going to get affected? I'm kind of in a long right now for gold. I just entered longs as well. So I'm expecting it to go a little higher. But today, we still have 3 days before Canada. So maybe we're going to have some consolidative price action on the high time frame. This is what I'm counting on. To come back to the previous highs here would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends what's in those reports, but I can't see it being anything that's too surprising, to be honest. I'd be really surprised if we did see anything outrageously different to what we already know. And again, like most of the US macro data lately has been bad. So for me, gold longs make complete sense. It's just, I know we were talking about kind of like where to go long on gold really, was probably the main sort of concern, was like, we don't necessarily want to be long at the 44.25 because that's the previous like swing highs or whatever. But it looks like, prices come back down into, previous swing lows.
We are not seeing your chart. Wait, my chart is showing. We need yours. Here we go.
Yeah, so just these swing lows through here, and it seems to be kind of like finding a bit of support down towards this point at the minute. Whether we get another leg down, who knows? I mean, it was quite weird price action yesterday for gold, really, considering yields were really dropping. Like I said, although I was long US dollar yesterday, obviously once I got lucky, but at the same time, I knew that was a reversal. I knew that I was going against the overall bias of US dollars. So, the gold dropped quite heavy. It actually had quite an aggressive sell-off. I thought maybe we'd try and sweep these lows first, maybe come back down to 42.50.
I had this as a final target as well.
Yeah, and then maybe look for a bit of a long. So, yeah, because that makes sense to me, because a lot of retail positioning shows that they're really heavily long. So I thought maybe we'd get a bit more of a sweep first before seeing the upside. But gold is technically bullish from what we're seeing on sort of like macro indicators and things like that. Fundamentally bullish. It's just where we get in, right? So from a swing trading perspective, I would like it to come down a little bit lower, just so I can get a better reward to risk. But I saw your trade just through here, targeting up at that point of control, which makes complete sense to me.
Price might reach there and range, like if it goes long and then go higher. So near the area yesterday, I think the 930 area is gonna be kind of a magnet and also a area where market will range. But if Anna is long at this area, I think if price reach there, she might be in break even already. If that taps the range.
Of course, you mean stop loss to break even.
Yeah, if price reach the range of previous NY market.
I think I'm gonna even close partials at that point, to be fair. Because there's quite a big accumulation there, and their current monthly and the contract point of control is also there. So for the whole month, the biggest volume is right at that point of control. Here, this one. Yeah. So this is my first target. Either we're gonna go further or not, that's a different question. But this area I'm expecting to get rejected, or at least the price to consolidate here heavily before continuation. So if I see some weird price action, I'm not gonna only take partials, I'm gonna wait. And if we do break, in the end of the day, the thing that I've learned, especially in such a volatile market, is like I can always try to re-enter rather than actually losing part of the profits if the price just aggressively reverses back. So realistically, if the price breaks through, comes back down, gives me some consolidation here, I can always re-enter for the continuation of that move, So, and actually take some profits already before and secure them instead of just waiting. Either the price is gonna come back to my break even or go further up.
I think, to be honest, if for longs, if it breaks the current structure and goes above, I think 4431 and takes support, the range which we are targeting is promised. The only thing is the current level just have to invert it for longs, and I'm actually selling it.
You're selling it?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's scalp, I can see why as well.
Yeah, I think I might take it out at 4410 if it comes back. But the thing is, the current structure we have is in resistance and support both. So we want, break out at one side at least to confirm the trend.
Yeah. Do we see this is not what I... Yeah, we just had like massive short volume, if I'm not mistaken, coming in here. Longs as well. But I don't like that we do below this highs here. So this is like a range XV charts, but it's just gonna look the same exact thing and their 1 minute time frame. So we had this like whole bunch of volume coming in. Not good for my longs unless we actually break above it.
Yeah, if we absorb them, then it will be good for longs.
Yeah. To be honest, this week price action has been really horrible. For me, horrible price action.
I mean, on gold, horrible. On futures, it was okay. Good.
For me, on everything was really, really bad so far. I mean, price action, was really bad.
Yeah, I mean, even
like today in the morning, I was analyzing it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna even spend time on this type of market. I'm just gonna do other things I need to do because there's zero point of me staring at the charts with this kind of price action. Like, I'm gonna come back in New York. That's it. Yeah. Ciao. So this is where the volume was, and for some reason I have a higher filter on 1 minute, I think, so it's not reflecting. Where's my cluster surge here? Guess it was 25. Yeah, it was 25. So this is the volume. If this candle gets absorbed and the price closes above it, I'm gonna be very happy.
Yeah.
Then basically it's a long until yesterday's range.
Ayush, can you show me the bubbles on euro, please?
The 6B?
Yeah. No, E.
6A? Okay. I don't have it. I have to add it. 6A.
Maybe Anna's got it.
I've got it. Yeah. What do you need for 6B?
I just wanted to see what the volume's doing at these highs. I thought I'd just use your guys' software while I'm here.
Well, this is the 30 minute, but you mean the smaller time frame or?
Yeah, if possible. It isn't necessarily. I've got a 30-minute chart open as well at the same time, to be fair.
This is too small probably for 6B. Like 1 minute is literally nothing for 6B.
Yeah.
Got a lot of asks. This is 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's pretty much ranging. This level here is the dynamic level of the hour. So for the hour, we are kind of neutral. We had a lot of asks here incoming. So it seems like they're trying to break this highs. Delta is also neutral, to be fair. Like, it's just ranging. It's been dropping mostly, so I'd say it's more of a bullish sign because we've seen the delta dropping from these highs where the price is holding still at the same level. So the sellers were trying to overall, there was more beats in common, but the price is still holding higher. So for me, it would be the bullish sign. And then for volumes, come on, my volume, wait if delta goes away. Volume is kind of that. So there is nothing too much happening. It's my perspective. I don't really see anything interesting. I see a lot of asks here on the top, but they were not able to push the price further up for the current moment. And then there was no divergence or anything at the top neither. So there was a bullish delta, bullish candle. The price is just trying to figure out if it's gonna break through the current moment or point or not, because we are right at the range as well, right at the top of the range. Which is
Are you in long,
sorry?
Is he in long?
Am I long?
No.
Okay.
I'm not anything right now. I was just having I just wanted to have a little look. I'd rather be on the long side of this personally, but we're kind of rejecting up at those 116.10s, still hovering above the 116 handle. So I was just wondering if there was any kind of aggressive buying coming in at the moment, or
there is nothing much at the moment. The only thing that is quite like a little bit different than it was, if I just turn off this hourly point of control, because it doesn't make any difference. We had also aggressive buying here at the top, and the price was not able to, buyers are not able to push the price further up. So we see the 2-candle rejection. Then this time we were already holding further up, so the buyers were able to hold the price at the highs a little longer before it dropped. And now the price also didn't fall. So what is different for me personally than the other side, than the previous 2 times the price was testing it, is that we had an aggressive rejection, V-shaped rejection to the downside, then a little bit longer, an attempt to break through, then a little bit more positive delta and the holding on the tops, and now the price is actually trying to go higher. So there is an aggressive buying incoming at the moment. So we had just 45, 69 buys, asks coming in, and we have an imbalance on the bullish side. So the last 5-minute footprint right now is printing bullish. We still have 1.5 minutes until this candle closes. But at the current moment, we see more and more buying pressure coming up.
Yeah.
So for me, this is the buy.
And there was many sellers absorbed at the lows on the 15 minute.
This one. The previous, the low slows.
Yeah.
Well, if I was on the trend side, I've missed the trade. So,
yeah, look. Now that's a completely
another
bullish
very
footprint.
big buy. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a completely bullish footprint right now, and my gold is going quite good. Now, as long as it doesn't create a giant wick and reverse on me, which I'm gonna be very sad, because that's gonna be like the entire week of price action. Like this week has been the whole week. I'm getting in a good trade. It goes good, and then it's break even. I'm getting a good trade, it goes good, and then it's break even. And then it's some losses, and then it's more break evens, and then it's more losses. And I'm
Oh God! Look, I think gold's gonna reach the range right now.
Yeah. Gold just reached my first target, actually.
Yeah, just the euros just popped through.
There's a lot of fire, and I got accepted. Right above, right at your entry price, someone helped you along, Anna. At 14428, 143 buy.
You know what? I took some partials of my gold.
And you took on CFD and futures both.
Yes, on both on CFDs. On futures, it's running fully, so didn't take any partials yet on futures. Only on CFDs.
Oh, it's
So just
8:30
my
again.
stop was to break even for the rest. Okay, and the futures is running still. Right, this is 6B. Let me just switch it up for my trade actually. If you guys are not planning to take the 6B trade.
Look at this. I should have went long.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah.
Don't do that to yourself, man.
Gold is not my best friend anymore now. I hate gold.
Gold is reaching my first goal and is trying to reject the monthly point of control.
If this one crosses the range, I think the swing high at 449.90 it will be easy catch, because then we'll use the range as support.
Yeah, if this closes above, yeah. But massively above.
Yeah. I think it will go massively above. There's a lot of bull volume coming in and it's getting accepted.
Dollar's getting slammed. Let me see if there's any news.
Roman targeting 4402. Oh, 4402. I think he may be talking about Pax target. Okay, above the range. Good. Above the range. And Anastasia is logged in, managing the entries.
Yeah.
We can see that.
Yeah.
It's a really good candle. That's a really good candle. It feels like it's NY open.
I hope NY Open does push it further up and not back down.
I guess yields are absolutely getting crushed, to be honest.
Yields?
There was a little bit of news. Look at the 10-year. Whee! There was a little bit of news. Basically, there's news that the US Treasury is increasing by at least double the size of liquidity support buyback operations for long-dated nominal coupon securities from the current US $2 billion to at least $4 billion as of September 9th. Treasury will provide more information about future buyback size at the next quarterly refunding. And we're seeing that news really kick on.
Nice.
Oh, yes,
Nice.
Roman, let's go.
Let's go. Okay, that's better for this week.
And QE is pumping as well.
Yeah, and I got into the long trade for yes as well. That's why I was looked into.
So they're basically doubling the amount of bonds that they're buying, which is going to drive the yields down. So people buying in at the right time into that US dollar, you know.
You know what? I got into the long for yes, and I have no target for S&P. So we'll see how that one goes. I was expecting the all-time highs for this thing since last week, so I'm ready for this all-time highs. If this goes
so you're
to
gonna
the
hold
all-time
till
highs,
FOMC?
it's not FOMC press conference. It's FOMC minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna if it goes further up on the market opening and it doesn't hit my break even until then, I'm gonna probably hold it. Yeah. I was looking for this rejection because if you look at the weekly time frame, there was zero reason for yes to reject reverse here. Fairly honest.
No
but
volume.
then Yeah, but then if we look at the cluster volume here, we had more bullish volume coming in. And I was expecting that if the price would be able to close above this level, then we are coming back to at least the current monthly point of control, which is the middle of this range, and then to the highs, to the all-time highs. So now we are closing on the 4 hours above this volume that was traded here. And the reason I was also looking for the reversal is because on NQ, we actually did have a reason for the price. God, I should have held this gold long. I closed this. Anyway, okay. So, you know, like when you had like a bad week, and then you are careful, you are too careful.
Yeah. Well, it's the way it goes, isn't it? You think, oh, you know, I'm just going to reduce my size a bit, or at least, you know, take profits a little bit earlier. You know, I did that yesterday with pound. Like, I took profits way too early, but I just didn't want to hold it into the overnight Asia session. I just wanted to get out of there.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna get back into this right now. Wait for the pullback and maybe again. So for Nasdaq, we actually were in the value area low, and we had some volume on the week. We rejected this volume, we came back up. Same story, we had a lot of buying volume at around the previous, like 29,560 as 29,600, 620s. And now the 4 hour candle is also trying to close back above it. If it close back above it, I'm also expecting Nasdaq to return to the previous zones around 29,900 to 30,000. So I was looking at Nasdaq having actually the decent support as a value area low and the level that was tested previously many times. And that was the reason I was also looking for longs for S&P. I did take a little bit of a loss on the short side of S&P in the morning because I was expecting the price to pull back from here, and it tried, and then, you know, it went back, and my entry point wasn't good, so I took not a full loss, but like half of it, half of the stop loss that I was placing, and now I'm flipping back long.
Right, it's safe to say dollar yen went. Dollar yen's now following that US 10-year yield drop, which is fun considering I cut 3 of my trades in drawdown, and now it's just taken off, which is fantastic.
I think for NQ today we have really good market structure, to be honest. There is no doubt that in the trend, I'm also expecting 29,900 and above there is no volume. So I'm gonna be careful if price reach here at the NY. But if it stays here, retest back, takes support over here and goes higher, it's gonna be a good price action.
Yeah.
And for shorts, there is no area. As she said, the value area low. Nothing. If to go bearish, we need really bear volume coming in, closing lower, and using this area as a resistance, which I think is not gonna happen. The 4 hour rejected really good, and even yesterday during the NY session, I sold in the candle, and I was looking for longs. I was like, just gonna wait for next day and we'll see, because selling further does not make any sense for maybe till this swing low. Because I see a lot of people directly target the wicks without even understanding that there is nothing there to target, and eventually it will stop you out. For people who trade swing trade on the NQ. So yeah, today we have really clear market structure. You just have to follow the plan and see how it goes.
Maddox is saying in the comments, Anastasia, don't FOMO. It's too late. It's too late because it's not a FOMO, it's a regret at this point. I think the move for gold for me personally right now is over. I just closed it as a first target, so you know, it's not a FOMO. It's the deep regret in my heart. So I closed it here, and then it went like another almost what is it, like another 60% of this initial move. Anyway, it's too late to get FOMO. There is for me the next long on gold is going to be only after we break 45.10. So. There is nothing that I would be looking for now. But I'm long ES, and this goal is very good. So this warms my heart a little bit. Looking at the part that I missed on the gold run, so I feel a little bit better, you know.
But I think by the end of the week we'll see ES the all-time high.
I hope so. That would be cool. That would be pretty much everything I need for this week, actually.
Yeah.
I think a good thing to look for. I'm watching dollar yen basically at the moment. I think obviously I was short up. I was short 3 times on this and basically chopped all my trades when price broke into new highs because I thought maybe it's not going to do what I want it to do. And I said I'll get back in. Haven't got back in, and now the US Treasury goes and does that. So dollar yen is going to be, I feel, hit very hard here because the differential rates between the two are going to get very, very close. So, well, not as close as others, but closer than normal conditions. So I like shorts here. So if we get a significant pullback, I might just look for a trend continuation move here on this one. Just see if we get like a pullback into some areas of resistance, maybe even on this minute time frame here on a little bit of a pullback. I might even consider, again, very short, very small positions. I'm not going to go and put like 1% on this. No way. But like 1/4%, less than 1/4%, I'll have a little look just because it's such a low time frame move. And the likelihood of getting stopped out is much higher. So, but I like the idea of seeing it. I mean, it's such a shame because I was watching this entire move. Well, I obviously shorted the intervention, but literally got like less than 2 to 1 out of it because I was being an idiot and didn't move my, didn't follow my own advice, and which I said it will move about 500 pips and only targeted like 100. Which is a bit of a silly move. But anyway, I was like, right, let's see if we get another move because the likelihood is another move coming would be quite strong. So I was looking at the sort of downward move that we had. It's probably a bit better to look on an hourly chart, to be honest. And this was the area I really liked. You know, they're supporting control through here. So this is where I was shorting, pretty much at those prices. And then we had that pop above, and it actually went into an Ayush level, which I've now coined the low volume areas.
Yeah.
In there, and had a really nice rejection from there, started to move down. But this move might not be done, right? This move is quite aggressive, so we might see it come all the way back down into those intervention lows. And if that's the case, then, you know, there's room to go. There's good room to go, but I'd like to see a little bit of a pullback first before looking for any kind of conditions down. You know, we've been in this area before and not really made any ground here. So what'd be really nice if I had an hourly close below this level, then look for a pullback retest and a move down. So I'll keep an eye on that. That to me might be something to look for and forward to.
This pound you were looking at is really good.
Has it gone?
Yeah, it's gone. It's completely gone. You know, I was feeling like something is about to happen this week. This is why I was really careful, because I thought it's a deadline on this Canadian thing with tariffs. And I'm like, the market is dead. And this price action is usually the one that I can see before like everything is just taken off. And for the God's sake, I don't want to be on the wrong side of that. You know, when
you know
this
what's
happens.
mad though?
Huh?
When I asked for that information, I was like, this looks like a good long. And then I was like, you know what, I'll just wait, and then bam, just went. And I was like, oh,
You know, after that 5-minute footprint, we should have taken along on this. But I was too focused on my golden ES actually that I was planning since the morning, so can't take all of those trades. I wish. But no. Yeah, Glenn is ES is quite good. ES is not bad.
look at that rain. Look at that. I mean, on the IB probability dashboard, it was saying that there's a 70% chance of a breakout day, which we definitely had. Look at that very small initial balance area today. And look at this move that's happened. Now, I don't want to say that I want to fade this, but I feel like that is a big move for, if we're just thinking about general moves in the market, that is fairly big.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't want to buy this now because where you're putting your stop, it's not
After
good.
retrace, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'll see if it can support this. I mean, that's quite a big move by the Treasury to do that. So
Maybe a little bit of range at the highs and creating, a
yeah,
fair value gap for you.
yeah, I need one of them IFVG things. Is that what it
No,
is?
not IFVG. It's FVG only.
FVG. Well, what's the I don't know what the difference is.
Oh, Roman, you can close your ears. I don't want you to hear that. And I can share my trading view. It's harmful. It's harmful for people who are trying to be a good trader.
So
It's on my
what you're
chart,
telling
actually.
Roman to close his ears?
It's harmful for traders, he says.
So you can see this indicator doing the job. If this gap is if this candle fills this gap, it's gonna turn blue. It's indication that market's gonna go higher. It's more of like market structure confirmation, something like that. Nothing related to data or bid and ask or anything, or any low volume areas related to market profile. Very few fair value gaps actually aligns with the low volume areas. So I mean, I'm not saying they are bullshit, but if you have contacts behind the gap, then you can use it for your trades. So basically an IFVG, let's say there is a bearish gap and price inverts it, becomes an IFVG. It's a confirmation for reversal trades, or maybe trade confirmation tool, you can say. So yeah, with contacts, they work well. Without, you will understand if you use it. He's disappointed. Look at him.
Yeah, not for me. Not for me.
Conclusion? Rejected.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like it's for me, to be honest.
It's for no one. People are trying.
I mean, look at that move, man. 164, 116.40.
Might break out of your monitor.
Might do.
Ayush, it's time for this light in your background, to turn green. There's like this long lamp that you have.
I think I have green. Okay, let's do it. You have green. I'm gonna remove the blue.
I have green as well. Hang on, wait.
This
green.
This is the candle on the pound right now.
I don't even know how to use this thing.
It was such a big candle that Ayush actually got it in India in connection. My God.
It's actually a dark blue and green. If I combine that, it becomes light blue.
How do I get green? It says I can get green, but at the same time, I can't get green.
That's basic color math, Jonathan.
Oh, there we go. I'm blue now.
Oh, I have the same one.
Oh, you do? How do I get green? How do I
here
get
at the
green?
office. Yeah, it's confusing. You need to press one of those and then hold like one. It's RGB, I think, set, and then you place it on the arrow, and it's just gonna switch the light.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Colors. Yeah, like.
But for me,
yeah,
it is
yeah,
this one today because I took a loss on gold. So for me, it's this one, the red one.
It's orange.
No, it's red, but the camera is not actually capturing the.
How do I turn this back now?
Real
Oh, I've
color.
got party mode.
Oh,
Whoa.
look!
Oh yeah.
Look! It's funny. It's cool.
All right, here we go. Party mode only comes out if I actually have a successful trade and I've not taken anything. Right. Let's see. Let's have a little look. Where can this go to? Right.
Go let's
Gotta
swing
go
high.
somewhere.
FYI.
It's gotta go
Gold?
somewhere.
Swing high taken. It's right,
Yeah.
just right.
Yeah, but I don't like that silver is at the current monthly point of control. So I think we're gonna have a pullback still. If you look at the silver, it's literally the level from where I would expect the rejection. So I don't trust gold right now. Come on, S&P. Chop, chop.
I'm gonna be back in a minute. I'm gonna grab water. Jolo.
Hello.
Go ahead.
What did he say?
It's because we're gonna be back in a minute.
Oh, okay. I heard him say my name, and then I was like,
Yeah, this I didn't figure out why.
"Oh, how dare he?" Yeah, where is this move gonna end? Right, let me take off. I've got so many lines on this chart. Right, let's have a little look. Obviously had a big move down. We're coming up into the point of control here. Was that May's point of control? What time frame on daily? So that's a sort of combined May and June market profile. Where we're coming into now. So I quite like this 116.75 handle. That could be a good area for the market to reach. At the same time, I don't necessarily want to fade this just yet. It sounds crazy to want to fade this, but this price movement before the US Open might trigger a few sort of reversals in the US session. I've seen that a lot in the past where you think it's going to continue going into the US session and then it just dies out.
Mm-hmm. This is gold?
This is euro.
It's euro.
I think ES rejecting maybe can do continuation in the NY.
Yes, we had a lot of bearish volume in ES since we started to run. So in the last 5 minutes, so last 5-minute candles, we had buying imbalance, then buying imbalance, but we started to have like a lot of shorting volume coming in, 880. So we had a big buying imbalances and footprints here. Then the next one, and we had 1,000 beats coming in, which is like really significant compared to the average volume. As you can see, it's below 500 on average, below 400 even. So 1K beats is a lot. And then we have 2,000 beats right here at 77.55.5. So at the moment, it can pull back actually, because we did like the delta didn't respond. The delta was positive despite the shorting volume coming in. This one was negative and price still pushed higher. So this is a bullish sign, but this one is quite negative and the price starts to respond as well to this. So I want to see if how we're gonna be relative, like where the price is gonna be relative to these two clusters before the NY open. Because before NY open, I preferably want to see the price actually holding above those two zones. If we do, that's going to be really great for continuation. If we don't, it might get a reversal in NY. NQ also reached some key levels of the volume, so it makes sense that it's rejecting. For ES, normally I would see the clear continuation to the upside, to be fair. But I'm going to move my stop loss to break even anyway. It's just going to be quite sad if it comes back there.
I think it does have a support level, even if it's coming lower. It's not entirely bearish area. Yeah, but we do have some volume, bearish volume. And also it is at the low volume areas. You know, if somehow it survives and tap here at the edge of the high volume node, which I use it as support, or if we can just use the normal price action, something like that, tap and go much higher. Maybe the first area is point of control, something like that. If you see. But this candle is not bad for NY, to be honest. I think we'll have good structure anyway. So I think you might add if you see price going higher in your entry, creating a next support level safe zone for your longs.
Yeah, if it goes, if I see the continuation and if I see the price holding above those bearish volume, which is gonna get absorbed, if it's gonna get absorbed, I might add more.
Mm-hmm.
Might add more volume.
And you will take the partials at the monthly point of control, right?
For yes, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna hold.
Okay.
I don't have a target for this neither. So for gold, I was planning to take partials, but it just took off. But for gold, we have volume coming in right now on the highs. This is 4 hour time frame. There's quite a big volume actually for 4 hours. And then on the 1 minute, we see also short volume coming in and delta flipping negative. So I think this is a time for gold for the rejection down and balancing out this huge upside move.
If it comes back lower, I think it will range beside the previous NY area.
Their previous range.
Yeah.
Last year, yeah, I think so. I'm actually thinking about taking long there again.
Yeah. Next, the only support level for longs is that only for now.
Yeah.
So it's 4460 for me. If it comes there and gives some confirmation, we'll go long. It's going to use that wick which stopped me out for longs now.
Yeah, basically this is my next idea. So if the price breaks through and gets back into the zone of volume, I'd be taking some more longs. And then we also what we can do, we can place the volume profile over the 30-minute candle that was insanely bullish and see where is the volume for this 30-minute candle. It's actually gonna work for me. Hello. Here we go. So the other level is 4470 approximately on the futures. So from 4470 to 4450, those are two levels from where I would be waiting for the buys, I think. For more buys.
The A-shape recovery. I think today NY is gonna be interesting.
Should be, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna be back in just 1 minute. I'm gonna get some water as well.
Yeah. Look at him. Hello, Chala.
Hello. Sorry, I was just
Getting
replying
ready.
back to Glenn in the chat. I might as well just say it out loud now then.
So like,
I was on mute because there's a car alarm going off outside now. So I was just thinking, is there anything else want to keep going off? I know you've got DJ problems. I've got neighbor problems going on. Like, it's all going off. So you just asked me, so on FX candles, do moves like that usually reverse? I wouldn't say like fully reverse, but there can be times where it extends through sort of like typical ATR levels and can kind of like take a bit of a breather before going on a continuation. And sometimes those breathers can be opportunities to just catch a little bit of the pullback. Very tricky to trade, but you can do it. What I would say is, a lot of algorithms in markets and things like that are based off of like ATR and volatility and whatnot. So if ATR, if price jumps out of a certain level of ATR, it could trigger some kind of strategy or algorithm which would then look to try and fade these type of moves, a bit like a mean reversion kind of trade. They're very popular strategies with big funds and stuff, so that could be a possibility. I sometimes like to fade it. I mean, there are some better examples. Like obviously yesterday it was a better example of a fade because we already had a range day, right? So the market was pretty much trapped between these two levels. We broke out of the initial balance, which was small, and then we rallied up. But the whole day was pretty much range bound. So the fade there makes a little bit more sense in just like generalization. Obviously today we're a bit more trending, right? So I don't typically like to fight the tape too much when it comes to a trend, but often these moves can become exaggerated. They can become overextended, and we can see a little bit of pullback. Now, in the grand scheme of things, if I'm looking at a 4-hour chart here, I mean, look at the sort of moves that we've had before. Like, look at this move down here. Very aggressive move. And that continued. We had a very, very shallow pullback before that rally continues. So definitely can continue to rise and can go higher. It's just that sometimes I like to see these type of moves fade ever so slightly. I mean, this pullback here, this is a 4-hour chart, so that pullback is 50 pips. For somebody that's trading a lower time frame, you can definitely grab a little bit of something there, whether it be like 10, 15, 20 pips of that. So I just sometimes if we see a move pre-session, like so, this is coming over to the US session now, so sometimes that move can initially fade. We often hear it talked about a lot where, Asia can range, London can break out, US session reverses the whole move. That's a very common thing in forex.
I think London is the best session to trade for forex.
Yeah, because you also have the rollover of the London US session as well.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a bit of music going on.
Yeah. It's Roman after TP.
Yeah. What's the stop loss sound for?
Nothing. Silence. Roman, I'm dying to hear pianos one day. Look at the response.
Yeah, maybe.
Right. Your MD5 interface looks like Windows 5.
This is MT4.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah, it's not MT5, sorry. I can use MT5 instead.
So you see, all time you were using MT4.
Yeah.
Nice.
Roman, are you going to buy?
Yeah, he's talking about the PAX level. We have to check it.
Yeah. It's okay.
So Roman printed more than any host today. The crypto.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Anna's actually done the best, probably. But yeah. Me and you just sat on the sidelines, like, you know, watching it happen. Yeah. All right, for that Roman, I'm about to short gold.
Like, imagine every host disconnects and the Roman is alone here and he starts talking about gold.
Yeah, just At least I thought it was going to happen, right? You know, that's a little bit of something. I thought that this could happen. Yeah. I gave you the analysis, right? Just give you something. Clutching to straws.
I think today's like target should be at least 3-0. Let's keep it small. 30 likes. We have 10. We need 20 more viewers. Not 20 likes from 9 watching. Look at this. I think gold is not going to stop today. And even if it does, it has created good number of support levels. So can be NY, it's small retrace or small recorrection back in the zone and then continue higher. So no bearish bias. So for the only 2 support levels, one is this one. The other one is obviously this swing high aligning with this low volume node. So these are the 2 key levels, can be the next long areas, which I would look at if get a retrace back in the zone for continuation higher. And pretty much makes sense that I'm just using normal supply demand logic with volume profile, nothing crazy. And about the longs, here is the thing that when you ignore things, you make losses. So the loss I took was not really obviously looking at the leg. What I always do is, whenever I'm trying to sell, this is my habit. And today I don't know why am I trying to be something which I'm not. I'm not a reversal trader. So this entire leg volume should be calculated before I take a trade. So let's say if I want to go short, the only thing I want is price to come back lower, and retrace in the low volume area and then make a new lower low and I sell it here. Why I sell it here? It was already at the making higher highs. So the trend was bullish. Maybe I just took the low volume area so seriously that might thought that it will reverse. So I'm not saying reversal was not a good idea, but the only thing is had to wait for proper confirmation here. But the longs from this low volume area, and it makes sense why Roman went long from here, and the aggressive buyer, and then you can see the price is just pumping higher. So it's like, I think this kind of mistake I do not repeat in the futures market, but there's something with gold, you behave like total shit, with gold and so good in other markets. Have you realized that, like in gold, sometimes it happens.
really.
Few weeks where you're doing good in the futures. I mean, in the NQ and ES, and suddenly in gold, it's like humbles you.
That could be any market for me, to be honest.
For
Doesn't
me,
have
it's
to be-
gold always.
Doesn't have to be gold.
If you talk about the edge, let's say if I take a loss in future today, I know that I'm gonna hop on from maybe after one loss. Tomorrow it can be a green day, but in gold it can continue for 2-3 days and then come back.
Yeah.
Gerard is saying, I'm celebrating. It's my first win in my funded account, so I'm buying IKEA or Likea. I don't know what he wrote. Maybe he means IKEA. What are you buying from IKEA? And congrats, you got funded. It is. Oh,
That's me.
Let's just throw stuff around.
Trying to take my charger drop in everything else in the meantime.
look at 6E I mean, not Roman, but Jonathan. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yep.
How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Because yeah, I was just actually looking at when I took my swing trade. I wanted to make this a point for someone in the chat said, how do you swing trade and wait? And it's just like, having a bit of patience and stuff. This was I took a swing trade from 115.36. Now, granted, because of the market conditions, I took myself out before Friday, right, which was at these highs. But perfect sort of. If I was winning, if there wasn't such market volatility in terms of like Trump could say whatever he wanted over the weekend, I would have usually probably held something like this. But the market came back down. I could have gotten again, to be honest. That little move in there would have been nice. But yeah, this is how you can easily swing trade a market. When you have a really strong bias in a direction, you just need a real simple strategy to trade. For me, that is sometimes a break above a 50 moving average. Super simple, nothing complicated. A little break of trend. So back in this area here, maybe a break of that consolidation could have been a good long. Stop losses below the low, target the next area of resistance, which was this point of control from that May-June market profile. So yeah, even if you are swing trading, you can still get good trading opportunities. And if there's strong, we are in summer markets, right? So sometimes the moves can be a little bit more exaggerated than usual, but that would have been a nice 4-1 potentially out of that move in there. From a day trading perspective, obviously it would have been nice for it to have for me to actually have taken the trade. That would have been nice. But these things happen. So I didn't expect, obviously, the Treasury to drop that so soon. But yeah, nice move up. Dollar weakness is definitely something I've been looking at for a very, very long time now. And we are starting to see that drop through. So do I think that's going to end anytime soon? Not really. So pullbacks, just have to wait for those now and see if we get any kind of continuations on those charts. I really like dollar yen short, to be honest. I think this is a good market to look at. Another good market would be Aussie US dollar longs. I actually thought about buying this morning on a 30-minute time frame. Basically, if we look at the 4-hour chart, very strong upward trend I'm using a volume profile here, but market profile pretty similar. But you got this value area high coming in here. Nice strong area of resistance in the past, support, and all you need to wait for is a change of trend on the lower time frame, and that's what I was waiting for. But we got the higher low, we didn't have the break of highs, which is this candle. So if I took that would have been a long here, stop loss below the swing lows, target up at, you know, those highs. So that's a negative reward to risk for me. So I would much prefer to wait to see if price can come back a little bit. Might not come all the way back down there, but that could be a nice area. But Aussie is pretty strong at the moment. To be honest, Euro, Pound, and Oz. Euro is always good. If you're looking for like dollar weakness, you always look for Euro dollar because it is the most traded pair. Cable is always going to be good today after that inflation data. So pretty easy one there. Kiwi as well, doing pretty well at the moment because they've got some strong news as well coming in recently. So yeah, it really is just, dollar is really, you know, obviously the dominant force in the markets anyway, and it's taking that hit. You know, but if you look across your cross pairs, Aussie is actually a little bit bearish compared to like the Swiss franc and stuff. Do you know what's really funny going into this trading week? 80% of retail traders were long US dollar Swiss going into this trading week. And look what's happening to price. You know, starting to see that nosedive now. This was a market that I did think about. Again, just kind of like, I had too much exposure to other dollar pairs that I wanted to trade. But when I saw that data, I'll bring it up for you. When I saw the data that 80% of retail traders were, you know, so 85% were short, were long US dollar Swiss. You know, that is usually a sign that we're going to see a bit of a reversal as well. And, you know, that's because of the data, right? Retail traders tend to lose money, right? You know, so you want to kind of do the opposite to the majority. And that's not because people are not smart people, or people are, you know, not good at finding trades. I actually think retail traders are really good at finding trades. They're just very good at calling it a little bit too late. They're very emotional, so they obviously get caught on the wrong side of things, and they just tend to not have the experience that most traders do that have been in it a long time. So you want to try and fade that consensus, and that, again, that would have worked out pretty nice going into this trading week as well. Let's see if there's been any more news coming out. No more news on the yields front. It has absolutely started to tank it down outside. So yeah, dollar weakness is the motive still. Nothing's really changing for us. Send the rain down here, please. Yeah, this is the first bit of rain I've actually seen in weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it smells like rain as well. I love the smell of rain. It's weird. I love the smell of rain.
Why is it weird?
Don't know, is that a weird thing to say? The rain smells nice.
Oh, I like it too.
Yeah.
Very soothing. I used to play rain sounds when I was when I've got like a big task to do or a big project to do. I put rain sounds on in the background. It's like white noise for me. When, right, 5 minutes until we fade, guys. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Fade or continuation. That is the game of today.
Now I think gold's gonna take some rest. Maybe some range coming in after this explosion.
This last 30-minute candle that is now currently forming has negative delta in it. So this giant bullish candle that we are witnessing right now for the last 25 minutes as a continuation of the previous one is actually a quite negative delta. And there is more volume that is being added at the current levels. So this is what I'm watching at. This is 30-minute time frame right now for gold. And this is, if it's actually gonna load, this is the 1 minute time frame. Okay, come on, chop, chop. So we are still holding above the majority of the volume, but the delta is starting to flip negative slowly. I'd say the continuation is in place until we are above this candle here. So the last from all of those, like last 10 minutes or 15 minutes, as long as we are above the highest volume positive, the highest positive delta candle, we are good to continue higher. But New York can reverse it, of course, really fast if the correction is needed. ES is good though. I'm gonna keep holding it.
Yeah, this is good. This is good momentum.
Yeah.
I mean, considering when we had that breakout, I thought Nasdaq would head towards all-time highs, but quite a few bearish days followed. So hopefully this little bit of data can push things. Interesting to see that we've done that before the FMC meeting minutes as well.
Madex, I'm not risking my entire accounts on any trade, so even if I would hold the gold trade, it wouldn't change it. I would make more money, obviously, but you know, it wouldn't retire me. You know, for retiring me with my ambitions and what I want in life, you know, it needed much more money than that. Even if I would open and hold it on all my accounts.
I saw this guy and he was thinking about opening an account with $5,000, and he said that if he basically full leveraged every trade and won 11 trades in a row, he'd be a millionaire. And I was just thinking, how? It's okay, right? The first one you do fine, you're happy with it, right? But once you get to around that like 100, 200k mark, how is the mindset going to feel there about, you know, oh, am I really going to go full leverage again, risk the whole 100, 200k just to get to that million? But it's an interesting thought. I've always thought about, should I just do it as a content series just to see what happens? It would go off if you imagine if you made it.
You know, I'm actually like currently like also one of the accounts that I'm doing, I'm flipping. So I figured last year that I can, in this year in the beginning, that I can actually quite fast flip the accounts, like but smaller accounts like 1 to 10k and so on.
Yeah.
So I have one account that like I'm trying to like flip now again. I'm being a little bit more careful with this one, but to be fair, actually from 500 to 10k, I'm trying to flip it. But to be like, if you're thinking about the mindset behind it, what I figured is really helping me is to remember that it's not the amount that you see right now, but it's actually the amount that you started with. So let's say that if he would fund 5K, then if he is at 100, 200, 300K, he needs to remember that it's 5K account. At the same time, this is the discussion about, valuing your work and time that you've done.
Yeah.
And now this is a question about having multiple accounts, I think. Because then you flip this one, but at the same time, the same trades are working on the good, like normal accounts with a little bit more appropriate risk. So even if you would lose that account, I think going full in on every single trade is stupid enough, but I've seen people doing it with like 25% or like 10% of risk, which is really, really high risk as well, if you think about this.
Yeah.
So, I've seen the people doing this. So this makes more sense because, okay, you can make a mistake and you still have space for their, for the maneuver afterwards, of course. But then at the same time, if you take the same trades on other accounts, even if you would lose this, the other accounts keep growing, which doesn't make you feel so bad, I'd say, even about this one flipped account. Like, okay, it was like 100 to 200K. Yeah, but it was 5,000 and I was trying to get to the billion. So, it's this kind of things. Yeah. Realistically, of course, I think it's just like a one-time thing. It's not that trader's career can be built around flipping accounts. Not at all. Gold? It's barely. It's still. Yeah, it's this one.
Brandon, don't start getting emotional on us. Don't start FOMOing on us.
It was trying to go a little bit up, but it closed with a week, and it's going back within this 1 minute range. So this is gold. Gold chart. So I don't think the trader's career can be built around flipping accounts. Anyway,
Yeah.
But it's a fun experience and a fun thing to do. To be honest, if I flip this one, I'm gonna actually take this 10K and try to flip it to 100. And then we'll see. So it's a little experiment that I'm doing on my own.
Yeah, I might start it. One.
It's fun. As long as you don't as long as you have other accounts which are a little bit more normal.
Oh yeah. I would never do this in my live trading account.
Yeah, because it's also. Yeah, because it's also at the same time, I know it's balancing your like emotional things, because the other accounts are just normal, like whatever risk you're using. So
yeah.
And also, also what got me the first times when I was trying to flip accounts, now gold is trying to break out actually, and pump. Now it's trying to go up. So what got me the first times I was flipping accounts is the urgency of doing it, because sometimes you're going to have days like today, for example, and if you're on the right side of it, it might feel like it's so easy and you just flip this account. So let's do this again. And then if you have like a period of consolidation, but it's the same with normal accounts, but it's even more because it's higher exposure, of course, of the risk. So if you have a period of consolidation for like 1 week or 2 weeks, for example, within your balance, it becomes a little bit more difficult, because you feel like, okay, like I flipped it so fast, why is it not going? Let's speed it up, So keeping in mind that if you do, for example, if I do decide to flip the account, it doesn't really matter for me if I'm gonna flip this 1 to 10K this month, or in September or in October. It's gonna happen anyway, because I know this day or this week or this like 2 weeks that are really, really good. And when I'm adding volume to the running positions, it's gonna come and it's gonna go really fast. But I need to just survive. And now I was recording like some videos yesterday also for our YouTube, for Tradeify. And one of the things that I was saying there is like, they're losing streaks. One of the realizations I've made during my trader's career, and I really, really wish I made it faster, and I realized it faster, is that losing streaks or losing weeks, losing months don't make you a bad trader, but surviving them is going to make you a good one. because it's about how you survive these periods. Are you still gonna get out with accounts being alive and you're having money to continue when the good period of time comes? Because it might be bad now, it might be bad because of the summer, it might be bad because of the tariffs, it might be bad for different reasons, it might be bad because even the edge stops working, doesn't matter. But how are you going to get out of this? This is going to be a decision-making point, and the difference between the good trader and the bad trader, and profitable one and the losing one. It's called like this.
Yeah. On spot.
Yeah.
So it's market open already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely opened. It doesn't really make a difference for now.
I think a little bit of recorrection and then continue higher.
Perhaps.
I don't know if it breaks. Let's say if it breaks the higher time frame level, I don't know where it's gonna go. If bearish.
You mean gold or
NQ? Yes.
NQ?
Both.
The high time from support, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, where it gonna go?
If ES breaks the high time frame 4-hour support, I think we are diving towards this cluster volume, like this is volume node. Basically the previous all-time highs. Because at the same time when we were breaking the previous all-time highs, there was more buying volume coming in. There is high volume node here. So I think that's the next support for ES and for NQ. Well, if we do break the high time frame support, because we are quite far from this one for the current moment. But if you look at NQ, for me, the next level would be this high volume node here, because it's the same zone as we had before. So there is volume in this area here, and from 28,700, let's say, to 28,400. But again, for this, we need to break the swing low.
ES is doing pretty good than NQ.
Yeah, ES is okay.
Maybe a strong pair for today. It's ES so going long there. It makes sense. We have 15 likes, 15 more for the giveaway. The DJ friend, the headband is off. We had a really cool chill chat with the guy. I gave him some time slots to play the song, during the live stream. Lambo trades today. I think NQ is coming at the point of control and then move up. ES is like, yeah, you can go down. I'm not gonna come there. I'll stay here till you pull back higher.
Yeah, I did hit my break even. Yes. Okay. We'll wait a little bit before we enter in this.
10 a.m. the best time to enter the market futures. John is logged in.
Someone is saying in the comments, Lambo trades today.
It is. But I have to walk barefoot. For me, it's an L.
For now. It's not
For
10 a.m.
now.
candle yet. Glenn, no, it hit my break even. Yes. So we'll see. We'll see after this rejection. What's gonna happen?
What the? Oh.
What are you guys trading that you are so focused?
Sorry, I'm just. Yeah, my bad. My bad. I'm just looking at this euro at the minute. Seeing if we get any kind of reversal forming right now.
Yeah.
It looks like we're seeing a bit of pullback, but still a bit too early to tell, to be honest. I'm just downloading some data. So I wanted to test something a little bit later. And I was just like wondering where I can get the best data from. So I have I usually get my data from barchart.com, but they're now trying
Data
to
about
charge
what?
me more money. Just forex data. They're trying to charge me more money for that. Disgraceful. So you can actually get free data, I think, from dukascopy.com.
Which kind of data for forex do you need?
Sharing
usually?
any of this stuff. The thing is, when you're trying to download data for FX, you can do it like 3 different ways. You can do it through like the MetaTrader platform, but it depends what liquidity provider the broker's using. So if there's a good liquidity provider, then that's great. You get quite a lot of data, historical data, and you can get anything from minute charts all the way up to monthly. But if the data that you've got isn't enough, then you have to go looking sort of elsewhere. I usually use barchart.com, but they're now trying to charge me more money to get it, so get that. Or you can usually get like end of day data, which is fine, but if you're trying to like run tests on stuff that is lower time frame, that's not really going to help you. But I just found this one, Dukascopy, which allows you to. So like if I wanted to get the data on gold, let's see if it lets me do it now. Just hit gold export. So I could have the 1 minute time frame, goes up to whatever you want, hours. Or you can have tick data. So I'm just choosing a minute time frame because, mainly CFD.
So like volumes and everything, this is what I'm trying to figure out. So what are you trying to get?
I'm just trying to get like some decent data because I just want to test some theories that I've got on a couple of ideas that I have just around the market profile and initial balance and stuff. But I want Claude to be able to kind of have enough data to look back at. So one of the things that Claude said is I've gave it 5 minute, 15 minute hourly data. It's not long. It's not enough, basically, it's telling me. So it wants more. I'm trying to give it more.
Glenn is asking, does MT5 not have data feeds?
Yes, it does. You can get it, but I think it still depends on your broker and what liquidity provider they're using. Let me just... There you go, if anyone's interested. Pop it in the chat for us. Yeah, I'm still looking for my short. But problem with reversal trades, you need to wait a little bit longer. You can't, like with trend trades, you can kind of like, you can flirt with it a little bit, try and get it a little bit early. I should have done that earlier, granted. Didn't know this move was coming, obviously. But with a reversal setup, you need to be a little bit more on it. And this price action here at the moment is not reversal.
No, not yet, no.
So it's wait longer. Maybe it'll come towards like the end of the US session. Usually you can get quite some decent reversals at the end of the US session.
During the PM, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll wait around for that whilst doing some stuff on Claude.
Yep. Luna is like questioning life. Questioning life choices. Like, how did I get here? It's always a funny question I love to ask traders. I'm like, how did you end up here? Which kind of life choices have caused you to choose this exact path?
At once.
I still ask the question every day and I have no answer.
For yourself?
Yeah.
I figure that I'm just insane.
Right, I'll write that.
That's an only explanation.
Are we doing giveaways today? Because
it's 30 already.
we've not done a giveaway in a minute, have we?
Yeah. But we have only 15 likes.
Yeah, we don't have enough likes. Guys, if you want a giveaway, we have another 12 minutes for you to click 15 times on the like button. For those of you who didn't.
Yeah, do the thing.
I'm going to help, guys. I'm going to help.
Yeah, even I clicked on the like button already to make it easier for you.
Yeah, I've not done that.
Come on,
Can you
guys.
see this rejection right now on the ES and NQ from
Yeah.
the low volume node and ES at the edge of the value area high, and a lot of buying absorption and a lot of seller pressure. I mean,
Yeah.
Jonathan would like something like this, the correlation. One in the low volume area, other one at the value area high, and different absorption. One acceptance, one absorption. Best flush.
Yeah, quite big moves. Is there any news, or is it just New York opening? Or is it like they are canceling some of the things that we're talking about?
No, yeah, there's nothing that I've seen on the feed. Nothing coming through right now. I think it's just prices have moved aggressively, so they're just having a little bit of a
Rebalance.
yeah.
Kinda.
Passed phase 1 on the 5K account already. Entered longs in phase 2. Let's fucking go. Good memdex. Expected. And memdex, let us know in the chat what pair you trade in the crypto. I think he did trade previously with the giveaway account. And I think he's going for the second run. That's how you pull the ROI. Zero investment. 100% ROI.
Yeah, this is a really good ROI.
Yeah. Was long Solana.
Oh,
You
yeah,
will-
we talked about that yesterday.
Nasdaq is trying to break the lows.
Yeah, that is some wild price action, that is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Like, nothing else has been said. What's quite interesting is, though, that the 2-year yields have just flipped, like, completely. Obviously, 10 and 30 still kind of going because of the buyback, but the 2-year is just flying it right now. I've not seen anything on the news, so I mean, I can turn my squawk on to see if we get anything.
I can't find anything. I don't think it's just, I think it rebalances after this huge move.
But for ES, there is not bearish confirmation yet. ES is still in the
Yeah.
not bearish yet. NQs are no crazy.
Has there been any tech news?
Good question.
Can't find anything.
Huge divergence. But to be completely honest, if it flips long, let's say it flips long, I'll be in the winning side, which is ES. Not gonna touch NQ if it turns back bullish. Hype on my personal account as I'm waiting to buy a new account.
I'm curious if Nasdaq is gonna leave like a giant wick at the bottom and pull back up. Imagine how much money was liquidated today in the market. You know, like what I'm gonna say is kind of sounds bad, but if I having a losing day, I just look at the stats of how much money people get liquidated with, and I'm like, not that bad.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, there's
I'll
something
do
like
that.
billions, you know?
Yeah, I'm like, it's not so bad. Some like,
Yeah.
especially like on Bitcoin, sometimes you can see the direct data on how much they get like liquidated in one order, you know? And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. I
Not
can
like
survive.
these idiots.
I'm like, I can survive that one more day. Yeah. the amount of liquidations on gold on shorts and on NQs now on longs first and now back on shorts, it's just gonna be massive. What else? When you look at it like this, Bitcoin isn't so bad.
I was like, you say something else. Bitcoin is out of range, finally.
You still bullish?
Yeah, kinda.
Good spirit.
Yeah, that's wild. Look how volatile today is, and then look at Bitcoin. Patience is the game, and I am losing it. When you obviously your trading day could have been done, and then you didn't take the trade, so you're waiting to see if there's any other trade, and you could just probably spend all day and nothing happens.
Yeah,
it's one of them days, I think, for me.
Yesterday I made I was short gold.
Yeah.
And I was doing something else because I needed to to take care of the family here while I'm visiting them. And in the meantime, I wanted to add to my gold short on one of the accounts that I have. Thanks to that, it's a personal account. So I'm adding gold short, and I've added 10 times higher size than I was expecting to take a trade with.
Oh my god.
And by the time I realized, it's never in the market that you make a mistake with the size of the order and it just goes in your direction. And you're like, whoa, I just made by accident lots of money, a ton of money. No, it's always the other side. It's never that you suddenly get paid. No, it's always the other side. How it works, I don't know. But yesterday, Medex, I can tell you I chickened out because the moment it came back to break even, I closed it and then it dropped massively. So that one flip account could have flipped yesterday 2 or 3 times if I will keep holding that with that size of the order.
Yeesh.
So, I was also like, I don't know if I wanted to hold it or I wanted to close this because I was short and I kept the normal short position with a normal size open, so because my bias, but I realized if it's gonna get a pullback, I'm done.
Yeah.
Finito that.
I think I did many times. Sometime I have to open 20 micros on ES and did on NQ, and it went so bad. Daily loss limit hit, logged out. And I was like, what happened? I did nothing. And I checked and it's like, okay, good. Very good.
Bravo. Well done.
Yeah. And the exit was in 1 second. I was like, what happened? I Tradeify did something wrong. And I see 10 accounts in red for no reason.
Wow, 10 accounts is massive.
Yeah. Gold is not gonna look down today, I guess.
Yeah, gold is weird. High. I'll wait for the 4-hour candle closure. Is it this 1 minute left?
I need to leave the house. I'm just going to leave, walk away from the desk.
Get some rain.
Get some rain. Yeah, exactly. Get some rain. Get a coffee.
Standing in the rain there.
Yeah.
With coffee and thinking about your life choices as a trader.
Just rain.
Standing there, frozen.
Yeah.
With a hoodie on your eyes. Like this.
No, I wouldn't even let the hoodie. I'd just let it rain on me. I just let it just pour.
You can make a good shot, with the Tradeify hoodie, and you can write after blowing an account me.
You'd love to get me in on these memes, wouldn't you? I see you're doing them. You can crack on. There's an idea for you.
But he doesn't have a rain.
He did. He did for a little bit. Yeah. Maybe I'll get Roman to do it. He gets more rain than me.
Roman is trading gold, so we'll see him soon doing it.
Soon we got Roman on shorts. The live streams are fun because at least you're not struggling alone. You're with a group of same insane people who chose the same life path, and you're like, what am I doing here?
But don't you think it is very tough for Roman? Because every time one host is long, one host is short. You have to guess where should I go?
So does one of them win, one of them lose? Or is it like they both still come out on top? I never short stock markets. I've been burnt so many times doing that. Just never again.
Yeah, like look at this week now on Nasdaq and S&P. That's basically the short. Like, what is it? Like 100 more, 200 ticks, probably. Definitely on NQ. Like this. Okay, it's a short now, but there's no guarantee it's not gonna jump back to the upside. It's just crazy. Gold though seems like it's wanting to continue, which is crazy. But the 4-hour candle closed above the volumes, above the previous 45.10 as well. So it does look kind of bullish actually, which is really insane that I'm saying it right now, because it's really on the highs, and I'm really rarely like bullish when we have such a run up already by that time. But it's bullish for me.
In futures, you have to be careful. Different trend in both pair.
The sun's out right now. This is my time. This is my time to get coffee.
Hey guys, we are getting closer to the end, so I think hosts need some rest, mental recovery.
Yep, just need to get crying to a pillow, so I will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you guys tomorrow.
After the crying session. See you guys back tomorrow on YouTube. Join the crying session tomorrow at this is going to be 1 p.m. GMT.
Yeah, you see me with red eyes tomorrow. I apologize. Right.
Cheers, everyone.
Catch you guys later.